Hello, this is Derek from Most Interesting Life, and I'm on my way to the gym right now, but I figured I'd do a quick video on backpacking versus suitcasing. A lot of people, when they travel, they say that they like to backpack around. I see a lot of the appeal in this. You're traveling light. They say who travels lightest travels fastest and longest. It's just very simple to have your whole life in a little backpack, and as far as traveling, simplicity definitely helps. But for me, the type of traveling I like to do, it doesn't really work because the biggest reason why is I like to experience nightlife too when I travel. I like to be able to go to nice places where you typically want to dress up nice at nighttime. And if you all that you have is squeezed into a little backpack, you can't really do that. It's your hygiene isn't going to be as good. You're not going to be able to have different clothes to wear, especially to go into high level venues. So for me, backpacking doesn't work. I put everything into a suitcase. A lot of times I'm at the weight limit of my suitcases just because I want to make sure that I go where I'm going. I get to my hotel, I unpack everything. I'm ready to go, ready to experience things in the daytime and the nighttime. Don't get me wrong, I love in the daytime. I love to do the extreme activities. I go to the beach, I'll go surfing, I'll go paragliding, parasailing, I'll go hang gliding, I'll do ATVs, I'll do everything. I'll do all the daytime things. I barely sleep when I travel just because I want to take it all in. I want to see all the history, the culture, the foods. I want to meet the people in the daytime and the nighttime. And if I'm backpacking around with just a backpack, I can't really do that. It's just I don't have all the tools that I need in order to experience the nightlife at a high level. So I guess it's sort of like a James Bond movie. He might be in the jungles in the daytime, but then he's going to a high level soiree, a party at nighttime. I like to travel like that. And also, a lot of backpackers, they'll hang out at these little backpacker bars, hippie bars. Nothing wrong with hippie type people, but I don't want to meet all the tourists when I'm traveling. I want to meet local people, and I want to go see the best of what they have to offer in their nightlife. And if I'm backpacking, it's just I'm not going to blend in as well with that. So I don't think it's that tough to carry around a suitcase. I usually stay in hotels when I'm traveling. I usually am not staying in the little hostels because I like to have my own place. It blends in better with that nightlife. A lot of times hostels have too many rules. It's like you're sharing sleeping space with other people. And for my type of trip, that's just not what I like to do. So it's all pressure about backpacking, see how little you can get by with. But for me, that's not an optimal trip. Sometimes some trips that can make sense, but backpacking, most of the time, it's not for me. I like the suitcase. I'm not bringing my stuff around too much. I bring my suitcase from my car to my hotel to the car when it's time to go to a different city or to come back home, and that works the best. So, don't feel the pressure to be trying to squeeze everything into one little backpack. Take what you need. Take what you need to be ready to do everything you want to do. Make sure you have all the right tools for the job. If you could do that in a backpack, and if that's everything that you want to do, fine. But that's not the only way to travel. There's other ways to travel other than just backpacking around. Don't be scared to take a suitcase. A lot of suitcases these days, they have wheels on them. They don't drag around. It's easy. When I went to Europe, for the month I spoke about in the previous video, I had a suitcase with wheels, and I thought that I was going to carry the straps around like a backpack, but pulling the wheels around the minimal amount of time that I had to go from when I was switching cities, it wasn't the end of the world. It's not a terrible thing where I need a backpack, and it makes a lot more sense to have everything that you need rather than waste time shopping for trying to find things that you need, like certain toiletries, extra clothing. It's just I like to have everything that I would possibly want, have it when I need it. and be ready to go. It just saves time, it saves mental energy, because I know exactly what I have. In my ebook, I have my big packing list of all the things I could possibly need, and it's from many, many trips, a lot of traveling. I compiled a list. I know, like, I might want to have an iron in case if a hotel I'm staying at doesn't have an iron. I might just whatever toiletries I need. I compiled it all into my packing list, so packing is simple. At that point, it's just fill up what's on the list. I've been to so many different countries with the same list. It does most of the work for me. So that's pretty much the point I wanted to make. That's how I like to travel. Feel free to leave a comment about what you think about it, or any travel tips that you might have. If you like this video at all, you got anything from it, please give it a like. Just one little click, it means a lot. If you'd like to get more videos like this, just hit subscribe. And definitely go to my website too, because I post a lot of articles on there about a lot of different interesting subjects, how to live a more interesting life, just things that have worked for me and hopefully work for you. So that's all I have to say today, and stay interesting.